Oddanchatram is a town located between Dindikkal and the famous pilgrimage town of Padani in Tamil Nadu. In the 20th century, a relatively lesser known Siddhar named Ramasamy Siddhar lived there. No information is available about his birth, past identity, or why he resided in Oddanchatram over other places. He often sat quietly outside the Shakuntala pot shop on the main road, and the unaware locals assumed he was just an elderly beggar failing to honor him appropriately. Like any genuine Siddhar, he never sought the attention of people and continued to remain in silence. Although some locals called him Periyavar or elderly person and assumed he was an itinerant sadhu, they were intrigued when they occasionally saw wealthy visitors arriving from faraway places such as the Chettinad regions of Tamil Nadu. These visitors offered him food packets with reverence, thanking him for the miracles he performed for them. Observing this, a few locals took pity on him and offered him a packet of biryani from a nearby non-vegetarian eatery. He accepted some of these offerings and blessed the givers, while rejecting food from others, throwing the packets away for reasons known only to him. An important point to note is that self-realized Siddhars like him do not crave food or material comforts. Instead, they use offerings as a medium to take upon themselves the countless sufferings of devotees. Truly, the ways of these Siddha Purushas are unique and unfathomable. One day, a group of people from Oddanchatram planned a pilgrimage to Rishikesh. As they passed the pottery shop, they found Ramasamy Siddhar talking to himself, saying, "Go, go, everyone will come to me." Dismissing his words as the ramblings of a madman, they continued on their journey. Upon reaching Rishikesh, the Oddanchatram group was startled by an authoritative voice addressing them in Tamil. "Who are those people from Oddanchatram? Come here." They turned to see a sadhu, confused about how he knew of their presence since they had never met him before. The sadhu remained in a meditative pose, standing on one leg, and beckoned them to approach. He inquired about Ramasamy Siddhar, and when the group did not recognize the name, he provided specific details saying, "Hey, he is the elderly person, around 55 years old, seated outside the pottery shop. Make sure to convey that Nataraja Swami inquired about him," before abruptly dismissing them. Upon their return after 20 days, the Oddanchatram group was in awe to find Ramasamy Siddhar seated outside the pottery shop with a knowing smile, who then asked them about the well-being of Nataraja Swami. This incident made the devotees realize his divinity, and from that moment they revered him as a divine soul. One devotee among the group, Somasundaram Pillai, was deeply devoted to God and saints. The Rishikesh incident had transformed him into a staunch follower of Ramasamy Siddhar. One day, a woman named Rajammal desired the blessings of Ramasamy Siddhar and came to Oddanchatram. The Siddhar, foreseeing her visit, pointed her to a nearby eatery, saying, "Come, I've been waiting for you. Go get me a parcel of chicken biryani from that place." Rajammal, a strict vegetarian, was appalled at the thought of buying non-vegetarian food. She asked Somasundaram Pillai to fetch it for her, but the Siddhar became furious, insisting she get it herself. Reluctantly, she purchased the biryani from the shop, all the while covering her nose in disgust, and handed it to Ramasamy Siddhar. The Swami ordered her to open the parcel, and to the astonishment of everyone, it contained sugar pongal instead of chicken biryani. The Swami smiled at Rajammal, who was shocked to see the fragrant sweet pongal and could hardly believe her eyes. He took a morsel himself and urged her to eat a handful of the heavenly pongal, filled with cashews, grapes and cardamom. With tears of joy, Rajammal partook of the holy prasad. One morning, while Ramasamy Siddhar was seated outside the pottery shop, a lorry passed by and 2 pieces of dried fish, known as karuvadu, fell onto the road. He beckoned a nearby pedestrian to pick them up and eat them. The pedestrian, a strict vegetarian, was offended by the suggestion and walked away in anger. Ramasamy Siddhar remarked, "Oh, I only wanted to increase his lifespan, but it seems like his fate has won." True to his words, the pedestrian mysteriously passed away that evening. Although Swami is said to have attained Samadhi in 1987, there was a remarkable instance when an ardent devotee named Kannan reportedly saw him in person at the Oddanchatram bus stop the next day after his Samadhi. Swami was in his usual and distinctive attire, which included a torn shirt, a white dhoti, and a Muslim cap. When Kannan rushed to his samadhi, he was astonished to find a half-foot crack on the Shivalinga there. Following this mysterious incident, a few other devotees also reported seeing him in Kerala, believed to be performing his divine acts of alleviating the sorrows of people. The location of his Samadhi shrine is available on Google Maps in the video description. It is on the main road between Dindikkal and Padani. Even today, he is said to respond to the fervent prayers of his devotees. I have been fortunate to visit his Samadhi and encourage everyone to visit this sacred shrine at their convenience. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha.